Hi, I'm Jennifer Alley Kern, author of the national award-winning book, The Drama-Free Way. Drama is all around us, and I'm here to talk you through why it happens and ways you can rise above it. I have a question for you. How accustomed are you to thinking about your life in terms of energy? And even more than that, how much do you think about yourself as an energetic being, as a spiritual being, having your human experience, and about all the different kinds of energies that make up that? Well, if you're curious to learn more about the different energetic states that you can embody as a spiritual being in your human experience, you're in the right place. This video is for you. I'm Jennifer Alley Kern, and in this video series, we're talking about drama, where it comes from, why we have it, the function that it serves, how it's addictive, and what you can do to transform the drama in your life into opportunities to thrive. What most people don't understand or recognize is that drama is a certain quality of energy. And energy makes up everything in the world, everything in the universe. And so in order to start thinking about drama in more effective ways and thinking about your life in more effective ways, you need to be thinking in terms of energy, but in terms of energy in ways that it's applicable to you. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Now, just to give you a frame of reference, in this context of this series, we are redefining drama as a wound-based social survival mechanism that seeks to meet our needs to be seen and heard and to feel like we matter in the absence of having healthy and effective ways to achieve that. So drama thinking then is a way of engaging with the world that's characterized by thought patterns that are disempowering, reactive, assumption-based, maladaptive, and addictive. Now, what most people don't recognize is that these are thought patterns that are grounded in a lower level of consciousness, a lower vibrational state, a lower energetic state. And the flip side of that would be thriving thinking, which is elevated, it's more positive, it comes from a state of higher consciousness, higher vibration, however you want to think about that. But it's always the quality of energy that inhabits your thoughts and your emotional states that's creating the outcomes that you're experiencing in your life, both internally and externally. So let's look at a tool that I like to use to start giving you a frame of reference for the energy, the qualities of energy that you're bringing into your life. So we're talking about it in terms of drama and also in terms of thriving. And so for me, thriving is really living your life in alignment with your higher self, with your soul's essence, with your greater self, the truth of who you are, however you want to think about that. And drama is the number one thing that hooks you to pull you out of alignment with your essential self. So let's look at something. This is the energetic state spectrum, which is a tool that gives you a context, a frame of reference for the ranges of energies that you can inhabit. So you're going to want to get your copy of this. You can download it as part of your drama-free resource kit that you can get complimentary when you click the link below, so that you have it as a reference for you in your everyday living. You're going to want to get your copy of that. And then also it's nice just to have to follow along for this particular video, and actually for a variety of other videos in this series. It's kind of a keystone resource or access point for this conversation around drama. But let's look very basically at the different energetic states. So what we have in terms of energy is we have high quality, high vibrational energy. We have low quality, low vibrational energy. And let me just tell you that the energetic state spectrum, this is a modification of the 17 levels of consciousness scale that was determined by or studied or evaluated by Dr. David Hawkins, who wrote the book Power versus Force. So that's a really nice resource for you if you want to get more into this, looking at different levels of consciousness. But for the sake of the conversation around drama, I kind of wanted to pare it down to make 10 levels and then make a distinction between how we process energy differently. So from a very, very basic perspective, energy functions on a full range, right? There's a threshold between them where you've got energy that feels good and energy that feels bad. Now, the thing to understand about your feelings, your emotion is the translation of vibration. It's the way that you know whether you're vibrating positively or negatively. And that's evaluated or determined by your thoughts. So when you're thinking in ways that are in alignment with the truth of who you are, with your soul's essence, then you're in alignment with truth, and that's going to feel good. When you're thinking thoughts that are out of alignment with your greater self, with your soul's essence, it's going to feel bad. It's not true. And it means you're not on the path towards your greatest good. So being able to evaluate where you are is very simple when you just look from the perspective of, are you feeling good or are you feeling bad? Now there's a full range here of feeling good and feeling bad. So from the very lowest point, what we have down at the bottom here is like shame, guilt, depressiveness, anxiousness, fear, sadness, and then you have like anger, rage, and then we get up into egotism, self-absorption, pride. What you'll notice is that as the energies move from lower quality of energy to higher quality of energy, they actually pick up momentum. Right? Like you intuitively know that anger has more oomph behind it, more energy behind it than shame or guilt or even grief. You also have down here powerlessness, hopelessness. This is all on the energetic state spectrum, so you're going to have this for yourself. But as you move up the scale, you feel better and better. You still don't want to stop here though, because you're not in the good feeling states yet. You're in the good feeling states when you hit this critical threshold. This flip point, this is willingness. It's willingness, it's faith, it's hope, it's courage. It's the openness to believe that something better is available, even if you can't see it yet. That's the access point to start flipping into the higher energetic states where you're going to feel good. You're going to have more contentment. You're going to have more desire to contribute. You're going to want to engage more. You're going to be curious. You're going to finally get to the point of reverence, harmony, love, gratitude, appreciation, peace, all of these things. And you can feel as we go up the scale, the energy gets lighter. It gets more positively powerful. Now, as a spiritual being in your human experience, you're supposed to experience the full range of all of these states. The purpose of having the darker states are so that you can go down into them, experience them, and then expand up into the lighter states, right? Because there's something called the law of opposites or the law of polarity that says for every bad that exists, there's a good that exists. And the law of rhythm tells us that in order to grow, we have to pulse. So we have to contract and then expand. So these are all supposed to be there. You're supposed to have all of them. The question is, how much are you engaging them? The lower states, how are you interacting with them and how long are you staying there? So you're going to see in the video on grateful living, the distinction between what I call grieve or get out. When you get into these lower energetic states, you want to start to determine whether or not there's something actually happening in your life that requires you to process the emotion because you have actually had some hurt feelings, or something did show up that felt threatening to you and you felt like you needed to protect yourself. That's, and by threatening to you, I mean like somebody cutting you off in traffic. You had to slam on your brakes, right? This is legit, right? You're going to have a fear response. It doesn't feel good. It feels bad. Okay. But that's part of the experience that then lets you grow. All of these things, everything that's happening in your life is orchestrated for your highest good, and part of that is the growth. What most people don't recognize or don't want to look at is that the negative stuff is always serving the positive stuff. The more you can go into the deep dark, the more you can experience the light. So, but there's a difference in how you're processing this. So drama is when you come into these lower vibrational negative states, but you're playing it out in your mind. It's just something that you're thinking about or something you're talking about. You're rerunning an argument in your mind and thinking about all the things that you should have said different, or how you should have put them in their place, or whatever it was. You're complaining in your mind about how things are, or you're worrying about the future. This is not a good use of your beautiful energy. Right? Your beautiful energy is used well up here. And we're talking about your mental states. This is your thinking states. That creates your emotions, that attracts into your life more of what you're putting out there, but also drives your action. So starting to become really conscious about what kind of energetic state are you inhabiting. When you come down to the lower states, you want to catch it. Either process it or distract yourself, get your head out of it and come back into the higher states. This is where you want to take action from. This is a place of thriving, the place of alignment. You're smarter here. You're more resourceful. You make better decisions. You can connect better with other people. Like, you've got access literally to more of your brain from up here. So drama-free thriving is really about not never going down here, but when you do, recovering more quickly and being choiceful, right? You're an intellectual being. You have free will. You can choose what you're thinking about, what you're focused on. And the more you practice focusing on things that feel good to you, the more you're in alignment with your soul's true essence, the more you become habituated to those states, and the more you draw into your life things that match that feel good to you, and that are a really good use of you, so that you can be a positive contributor, so that you're receiving goodness in your life, and so that you're really authentically thriving, doing what you came here to do as a spiritual being in this human experience. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and click below to download your complimentary Drama-Free Way resource kit. Also, be sure to check out the details for my online masterclass, where we'll dive deep so that you learn how to really rock your life the drama-free way.